Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's jump on in. May God bless each and every one of you beautiful souls. Thank you for making this happen tonight on a beautiful Saturday, September 16th, 8:15, baby. Let's get it going. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's get that intro rocking. Let's fly into the zone. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer, baby. And we made mistakes too. All the time. Wrong screen, everything. Let's get it going. Bam, bam, bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And here we are. Let's get that music back up and running. And let's jump on in to the live, baby. I like this track. I'm gonna run this track back. I like this track. I like the way it flows. Shout out to the 999th episode. God bless each and every one of you for being here. You're unbelievable. God bless you all. Be grateful. Gratitude is the attitude every single day of your life, my friends. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every single day. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to our sponsors of the channel, ITrust Capital. God bless you. They do sponsor the channel. I love them. Hit up ITrust Capital today. If not for you, for me. Not it is, but check them out. The IRA is amazing. No, I'm dead serious. You won't find a better U.S.-run company that happens to move your crypto IRA into gold, silver, trade all the different stocks that they got, and cryptocurrencies. ITrust Capital, man. If you want to get into Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, ITrust Capital is the place to be. And they got so many different assets as well, many different markets that you can dip your toes in, as well as even Shiba Inu, which I think is amazing. They got Shib. Shout out to everybody here. We're going to be announcing a cool little special here in a second for the show number 999, 999, the triple nines, as we continue to push forward every single day, no matter what happens, no matter what we encounter, no matter what goes on. Let's break down Bitcoin arbitrarily, openly. So one thing I'm saying is, can we long above the 200 SMA? There's a chance, but one thing is, if price action starts to just continue to drop, the 200 SMA will continue to drop with price action. And, you know, we could even just get a drop, even if we're continuously bullish. So right now I'm seeing some kind of, you know, what you don't want to see is you want to see us drop below the 21 now. You want to use that as new support. Bounce. And if we could continue that, that would be an interesting move. All right, I got an alert on Casper. We'll take a look at that in a second. I sold all my Casper for just like a $550 gain overnight. We'll see what happens from that. You know, just continue. You know, I'll explain why in a second. If you stay tuned for more, we'll break it down for you like we do every single day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all my work right now. All right, we're going to start freshly and squarely like we do all the time. It's Saturday night. You know what I mean? The one night we don't really have to look at the S&P. We don't have, because we don't have to look at the world markets. It's our night. It's crypto's night to be alone, to be fresh, to be free. That's why the time that I would have put in looking at like the DXY and stuff like that, I have fun. And hey Lois, I think I'm gonna grow a beard. Hey Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up. Hey everybody, we're gonna leave Meg at the gas station. Slowly, everybody go to the car. Hey. Slowly, everybody go to the car. I just that one got me going. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We do the Maki Wahlberg every Saturday night. You know what I mean? When I'm watching crypto, I watch the Crypto Lifer. You know what I mean? I played a cop, I played a fireman. I did all these different things. But at the end of the day, when it happens to crypto, it's crypto lifer, all right? This is Maki Wahlberg. I go to the gym, I work on my abs, I do everything I have to do. I love you guys. Honey, I took care of it. It doesn't matter, babe. Babe, it doesn't matter. I played a cop, I played a fireman. I can do this, babe. I got it. I'm gonna beat him up, flip him up, do everything I gotta do. I'm a sniper. I played every single thing. I got it. I got it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. So if we can stay above the 200 SMA, we can remain bullish. But the fight has been a furious one. And it's just been a battle of wills. And it's been tight. And it's been hard. And it hasn't been easy. I think Matthew McConaughey's my favorite. Now, when you get to Lincoln Continentals, see, I got to work on Matthew McConaughey's. I haven't been able to do him. Like, I haven't really done him yet. I keep saying I'm going to do him. I keep forgetting because I'm always busy in the charts. I haven't sat there studying his voice in movements. But just like studying patterns in price action, my brain can study the pattern of how somebody talks, right? It was great. It was going to be absolutely wonderful. The greatest ever. Oh, no, I can't do that one. But some people can do that dude amazingly well. So funny. Shout out to everybody here in the live. Appreciate you all for being here. You know what's good about them? He's like, I get older. They keep staying the same age. Oh, man. I mean, that was one of the first movies I was like allowed to watch. And it was like, I was like, whoa, you know, like it had some things in it. Dazed and Confused, baby. I'll always remember Dazed and Confused. Anyway, let me get off my reminiscing of the movies I used to watch, and let's break down the weekly chart for Bitcoin, shall we? Are we bullish or bearish? What's happening to Bitcoin? Let's break it down for you like we do every single day. So look, if we come low, we're going to test 12,000. Someone just spit out their coffee, right? 12,000, lifer. No, but if we ever make a new lower low, 12,200 is our area, right? Now, here we had a chunk right there of resistance. We came down, we used that as support. We bounced, cup and handle to the upside. The bullish divergence on the weekly is why I've screamed that this is our bottom for a long, long time. And we've been pushing that idea. You got yourself a J. He's like, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. You grew up with my times, man. Stack, man. Be a lot cooler if you did. Hey, man, you got a J. Sorry, and I don't want to promote that. But that made me, I grew up in that time. That movie just, you know what I mean? Like, he sees his parents, they throw the party, and then he gets caught immediately, and they have just like, well, throw the party somewhere else then, you know? So funny. Anyway, so look, the weekly. We got a beautiful wick to the upside here. Shows buy pressure on the weekly, okay? We were talking about if this weekly candle can close above this weekly candle, and you know what? By golly gee, oh my, look at this. We have risen back above weekly local support here at 25,800. It has held. We go below 25,800. We are easily falling and tussling with the 24,500, 24,300 area. But look, we already kind of did. We went this low into the territory, 24,800, and we were bought back to the upside. So I just feel like, we have tested the lows just like we tested the lows here. And honestly, we might even have, look at this. See how this is flat? That's flat, pretty much flat price action. And this is to the downside. That has some exaggerated, actually, it would have to be to the upside. But to me, it's what's called Class B bullish divergence. You see what I'm saying? So, smash the like, man. Thank you, Brett Collins. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you for the enthusiasm. We love you. I understand what he was doing there, man. Give him a break. Give him a break, It is a little spammy, but he was just wanting people to hit that like. So anyway, that's an interesting level on the weekly to watch. 25,800, we lose it, we're likely to drop. And we did lose it a few times, but we got bought back up. And look at when you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of buy pressure. You don't tell me that's accumulation. You don't tell me that's whales buying into pressure. I mean, I don't know. Anything could be possible, but that's interesting to me. All right. Secondly, I'm going to say it again. I say this probably every day on the live. And if I'm live twice, like I was this morning, I probably brought it up. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down on the RSI compared to price action gives you what's called hidden bullish divergence. You won't have your text like this, but watch me. When I hit my trend and I go to the text, I can go to the template and hit hidden bullish div. And there it goes, right? This is hidden bullish divergence. It tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. We will break the high inside the divergence. That's what it tells. It doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure. The last time we saw this was here. We had a swing low to a swing high, which was an uptrend. But the RSI was in a downtrend. And lo and behold, we were low stochastic, pointed to the upside. We got a massive short liquidation. Hidden bullish divergence really hides and tells you. Divergences tell you something. Divergences are always coupled with liquidations. Hidden bullish divergence. We could have a massive short liquidation, and that's the talk of tonight's topic today. Bitcoin short's about to get squeezed with a question mark. And we just want to break it down. Like, is it a good time to be short Bitcoin? Right? And people can decide that for themselves. And I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. But we'll break this down. Let's go to the daily time frame. Daily is very overbought, telling us that Bitcoin is likely getting somewhat of a pullback. All right? Now that we see our weekly levels, let's break down what's going on the daily. All right? Now we have a POC. We can readjust this slight weekly level, but we have to remember it if we wanted to look at the weekly. But you can see why it's a weekly level. The daily will flirt with that weekly level. Okay? I'm going to get rid of the divergence for now. Too many white lines. But, okay, everyone sees the big picture. We lose this level again and start, closing candles below it. We're going to tussle with 24.3. We lose that level, it's 21.8. And everyone should be okay with that idea, and it shouldn't be like, oh my God, right? Now, we have a clear double bottom for Bitcoin at 25,000. I mean, it was a beautiful double bottom right there. And that's something that I've also, gone over, but you can look at it all you want, but that's, let's make it perfect, but boom, 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 boom. But that is like, what's to call the textbook double bottom. You know what I mean? Pretty clear double bottom. There's some divergence here too as well on the daily time frame, which is interesting. Let's bring that down. I don't usually use the highlighter, but why not? That price swings down while this swings up. Tells you that there's something brewing there for Bitcoin, okay? Delete. So these are just technical things that, you want to know. Other people just keep going in their way, and they don't come back to traditional technicals and say, you know what? What if this is this? What if that is that? Let me just, because right now I don't want to know what I think. It's not what I think. I want to be brought back, and I want price action to tell me what to do. You see? Simply put, that's it. That's what I want, all right? By doing this every day, every night, I'm resetting my will to take over price action in my mind and say, I know, because I don't. And then I repeat, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my... I'm humbleness. I don't understand. I need to watch price action. I'm not making calls. I'm watching price action. Right? It's not me. It's price action. Like same ideas over and over again. So look, we have this beautiful, beautiful bounce area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even a little rejection, then a boom out, a little movement here. And this is where we're getting resistance right here. So this zone, we could even make a little bit of a zone, but really 26.8 to 26.700 is a serious resistance area we need to get back above for Bitcoin. Right now we're at 26.514, and 26.500 has also been a key area. The daily is not looking amazing, looking like it could be overbought for a bit of a pullback. We include the moving averages. The daily would like to interact with the 21. It does tell you the daily likely could come back down to the 21 before we even get a bigger move to the upside. There's an idea now here that this is a trend line, which, I'm open to. I haven't been able to watch any TA on any other channel, but this is just something that's interesting. One thing is, could the daily pump up to the 200 SMA? It's getting pretty close. There's a chance that we have one more move. And one thing about the daily is there's the gap in the VRVP that I keep bringing up. And it could force you, if you get a move, the move could be fast to 29,241. And there's a chance we could get a short squeeze, pump to the 200, get above it, and then boom. And so this gap is something that I would be wary of. We're approaching it. We're getting, we're coming into it. We got above this POC. We could have been dragged above it a few times. We didn't. So there's some momentum here that could start this move pretty fast to 29,200. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm saying you don't want to get caught off guard here. All right, there is a gap there that could get a propelment, just a big move. 22-hour also getting very overbought. And look, resistance. So you can't get back above local resistance at 26.6 again. And 26.6 is the area. Like, you can't get above it. Short back down. And it looks like we could get a short all the way down to where the 21 hits and somewhere down to about 26,050 again. Right? You lose 20,050, that's going to be a different story. So at the end of the day, I've been looking at this smaller pattern, which I feel we were doing this. Well, no, we're going to zoom in now. It's on the 4 hours. So the daily doesn't look amazing. The daily is more bearish than bullish, right? It's more extended. Doesn't mean it can't get a push up. I've seen everything happen, but in general, it's getting to the end of its bullish move. It's like extended, you know. Here we had a rising wedge that in our minds broke out, bearishly retested, and now you're ready for maybe a possible bigger drop. The one thing that we're looking at is, could you be hanging out in this one last symmetrical triangle? Man, I know it might be hard to see all these different things at once. So that's why I'll remove the rising wedge. But you have to remember, rising wedges break down 68% of the time where they began. That would also take you to 25,860. However, we already started that descent and got a pretty nice buy back up off the 21, showing strength and buy pressure to the upside, which gives me some hope that, you know, but we don't like trading on hope. But, it gives me some signals, an idea that there are some bulls hiding in the weeds there willing to buy a price action. So now the 1 hour still wants to push down. Look, and that's telling me it could make a nice move to the downside. Another thing that I'm looking at that I'm not a fan of, but when I kind of open this up, it's got a descending triangle vibe to it. You see that? And you come down, and these things like to break down real fast. So, and you got a bit of a double top here. You can't say you don't, you know. And you would come down to the 200 SMA, you would go through this small gap here on the 1 hour. You know, a good place to take some profit, and you might even continue down lower to 25.8. But so the smaller time frames are showing bear city to me. You know, I am hugging this long as we stay above the 200 SMA. So there's still a chance, but it just looks, you know, again, I haven't traded that strategy as blindly as I'm trading it today. So I'm trying to negate some other, you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, this looks like a descending triangle too on the 15 minute. You see it? And, you know, whenever I found a few of these, and whenever I found them, they have dumped on us to the downside. So now what, Sam? You've given us mixed signals, Sammy. Lifer, you said bullishness, you're above the 200, but then you also showed us bearishness. What's going on, Lifer? Tell us what the deal is. What are you doing? Well, I'm still bullish, but I'm thinking of closing the trade and waiting for a more confirmation back above 26.6 again because, you know. So you're telling me there's a chance. BlackRock's going to take us to 4K. I bought 1.2 today. Yo, man, can you please check Mina? Thanks, man. Shout out to Stevie Savick. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives, man. It would be greatly appreciated by the community and the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Ernest Lee right off the bat for the $9.99. Shout out to Master Friend. Can you go over Bitcoin, please? God bless you for the $13.99 Canadian. God bless you. And Hillbilly Crypto, congrats. Thank you for the love, everyone that gave right now. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to, but you did out of the kindness of your heart. And look at that. That's $30.33. 403 people on the live on a Saturday night. All right, with college football and all the other fun stuff going on. They're still here learning. 161 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers, especially on a day like today. I need all your help to boost the caboose. All right, I did say boost the caboose. Let's get it moving to the upside, everybody. I love you all, and I will push for your safety and for your freedom. And sometimes I might even have to put myself in, you know, in the crosshairs, but I'll do it because I love y'all. I already have, and I've survived. So let's keep it moving. So yeah, this is a descending triangle that could break down. The only way that we get out of this is if you breach this trend and use it as some support. So watch the 15 minute here. It is getting a little oversold. The 7 minute as well. But if you start to lose this and you barely retest, we're going to have to short this down even tonight. We could get a move down to 26,100. So just be very careful. It's low liquidity. It's the weekends. This also has a bit of an M here too. Look at that. So you got a bigger M here. You got a little M there. Look, resistance. You couldn't get back above 26.6. It showed clear resistance. You do have support, bounce, bounce, bounce. So this is kind of what's happening. You're getting caught in this channel tighter and tighter. Bitcoin's going to get forced to make a move soon. I would watch the 7 and the 15. They're going to tell you which move it's going to take. Also, if you see the smaller time frames begin to bleed, watch for the 4-hour. If you see the 4-hour get below that 2-hour, that 200 SMA, just begin to be more bearish than bullish based on probability, you know. So here, if this comes up, we remain long. If I see this even fall down and start to retest, I'm out the long. Even if it's a bear trap, I don't care, because a bull trap, a bear trap, because if it comes back and comes back in, I can then readjust it. And I'd rather do that than have to even think about where it's going to go all night long, you know? So you're looking for the bearish retest to the downside. That is a descending triangle right there. So it won't be the first time we found one, and right when we found one, price took a nasty drop to the downside. I'm not saying that's going to happen. We do see low Stokes here, you know? 5 minute, 7 minute, 10 minute, all seem like we could get this bounce. But we need to, and you need to see Bitcoin in the next, like, I'd say 2 to 3 hours, make some type of move and break above this local resistance here at 26,587, 26, and really get back above 26.6. So you break above 26.6, great place to continue to long. You break below here, great place to continue to short. Otherwise, we're probably in chop. And if you're in one or the other, I guess stay in it, you know, depending on your risk tolerance. Again, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. You do whatever makes you happy and your trade. All right. Make pattern with fries with that. All right. Tonight and tonight only. Join the 99 on the episode 999. 2 months for only $9.99. And if you're already in the trading group, because we know you might have just joined, we're going to give you another discount. We'll throw out, if you take my class the last Saturday of this month at $60, we'll knock up another $10 and make it $50. So class will be $50 if you're in the trading group. And if you want to join for the first time members only, 2 months for only $9.99 for $99. Jump on in today. And this is for episode 999. So jump on in. We'd love to see you here. Episode 999. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. You can't believe it. But we did it together, each and every one of us. So join the 99 on episode 999. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Valid for the next 24 hours until tomorrow night on the screen share, on the weekly candle close. So around 9-10 o'clock. So I would take advantage of this while we're still doing it. And I love each and every one of you. God bless it all. Thank you. Can you look at HIFI, says somebody? We'll look at HIFI. I'm looking at Caspa. And honestly, Caspa making the M pattern here too. Not able to get back above the zone. However, the 4-hour is starting to get oversold with some bearish resistance. But could it fall all the way back down? You know? And you see a bit of a bearish divvy here too on the 4-hour time frame. You'll see if this continues to consolidate, it could pump. But we'll see if it loses this level, it's going to drop further to the downside. All right? Let's look at, I'm just looking at Casper for my own self. I jumped down out. And I'm like, should I jump back in? It's like, it looks to me like a bit of a double top on the daily. A little too far for the 21. Tells me that this will have to come back down at least to the 21. Somewhere in the 3.9 areas. You know, and again, of course, I want that to happen, right? I'm out of Casper. So am I biased? There might be a little bias in me, as much as I try not to be. At the end of the day, I sold like dang near 20 grand of it. So, you know. Shout out to GF Burke, gifted a membership. God bless you, Burke. All right. Livers banging on high 5 futures gains, baby. Yeah, and if you're in my trading group today, we have a weekly screen share. We went over the weekly screen share and took a pretty crazy move, but banged on them. Shout out to Ross Tone for the $9.99. Congrats on 99 episodes, man. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. And if you want to join our trading group, we have a QR code there on the right. It says join the trading group. That's this one right here. Don't be shy. All right, here it is right here. Jump on in today. Bang. QR code right there to ITrust Capital as well. If you want to basically start an IRA, Roth IRA in cryptocurrency, gold and silver. All right. So to me, this is a double top. I'm keeping myself in heavy cash. I see this coming back down somewhere to the 21-day moving average. We could even pull a mini fib here. And we could even be, you know, from this impulse and say at least to the 786 here. and retesting somewhere at 4 cents. All right. Power move right there. Best value out there. There will be a time in the future where lifer won't have time to teach class. Take advantage. Amen. She's trying to get a $300 move now on Bitcoin. Remember when it was doing 3,000 moves? Shout out to Dane Moves. I don't know who he's talking about. Yeah. I did 300% shorting HIFI today. I mean, that's amazing. Awesome. Billy Bob 369. Sell to BlackRock before the gas pump. You're funny. We've been waiting for 1,000 since 2021. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. We love you. Shout out to Hassan Kamal. Shout out to Dane Muse. Lance Molina in the house. LA Ray in the house. Erase One. Jan Leonards. We love you. D Shuffle. Brandon K. Wolfgang Goyam. My man, I love that, dude. Oh my gosh. I see you. I know what you're saying. Brandon D Shuffle again. My man, Drain the Swamp. Sees the day here, man. Big Mac is here. BitMac, Incognito, In and Out Crypto in the house. God bless you. Erase One. And just so many amazing souls here. Fit for business as well. Love learning. I love you. And she was in class today with me. Stack McChange, always holding me down. Big Worm. Big Hole. Big I don't give a dang. Paul Wood in the house. Mathematics in the house. Wow. We got a crew like you wouldn't believe. 417 souls. 201 likes. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. So I see a double bottom. I see price action coming back down to the 21. I have sold all my Caspa. All right. And you can say I did or didn't. Ooh, you can say I did or didn't. Right. But I will show you. I shouldn't show you, but I'll be nice enough to show you. And I'll show you how I does. How I does me's. So I bought in for 15,072, sold for 15,530, right? It's about 460, something like that. Yeah, I made a profit of 460. 468, I think, something like that. Amazing. Using limit orders too, right? All filled, ready to rock. So, I mean, you know, there's 314, 370. I sold 314, 370 and 05. Okay. I also sold my JOYSTREAM at 23766. Let's see if that was a good idea or not. I was in heavy profits. 500 turned into $900 pretty fast. I took it. I like JOYSTREAM long term, but that was good money. So these two coins alone made me $1,000 together in the last few days. You know what I mean? Just swing trading them. And this was a tiny move. I made like, I put the 15 grand in at night, like here. And this morning I sold somewhere up in this area. And it's been sideways ever since, right? Now, it took me years to swing trade $15,000. Like, honestly, I dreamed of it when I was a kid. It was what I always dreamed of doing. No, I really did. I was like, I'll have so much money. I'll be able to swing trade bigger. You know, I remember when my bag was 15K, I would never be able to swing trade the whole bag, right? But if you stay in the game long enough, as long as I did, I started trading 15 years ago, like began believing that if I put money into something, something could happen. And I started little bits. You know, I didn't know where it was going to go. But I began, to me, trading isn't just the word trading. It's the notion that you believed your money was going to grow for you. The notion that you believed and had faith in yourself that you could find a way to not have to be like the 9-to-5 people that you meet around you. That you could help your wealth grow, right? And I just researched every single millionaire and billionaire, right? And I read books, specifically, you know, Think and Grow Rich was a great book to get you started. And it just would continue to go. Congratulations on this milestone on episode 999, baby. Crypto Bellico, God bless you. Thank you so much. And really, everyone, just to celebrate 2 months for 99. We never do this. This is a one-time time for the 999. Like, we just got to put it out there for the newcomers who want to jump on in. We can't wait to see who wants to jump on in and get some new lifers, get some new blood, people that want to really take it to the next level. All right. That's risky if the alts take dump, the alts get slaughtered. I know I was in and out, though. I was in and out. Thanks for your super chat support, fam. Much appreciated. However, we don't allow requesting more than one in a single super chat. Which of them would you like to get done? Lakochi Coker in the house. Wow. Let's see what's going on, Lakochi. Let's see what's up. Can you go over Chlor, BLZ, and Rune? I've never seen Chlor. Do you mean something different? But I'll look at BLZ and Rune, and we'll find. I don't know what Chlor is. So that looks like a double top to me. The 12-hour also wants to come back down. It says to me that at least we're going to come back down somewhere to 4.3. Whether we're going to macro cross lower. But yeah, I'm looking somewhere here, or even somewhere here, down to the 618, 786 here. Somewhere between 3.9 and 3.7, at least for some type of pullback. We didn't get, there was a chance we were going to go into price discovery, and it started and it looked good, but so far we've gotten rejected. All right, so we'll see. Could just be a lower low in the beginning of a new downtrend, and they just really sucking people into the trend, right? So they can whale out. You never know. So I'm keeping my money on the sidelines. I'm heavy in Tether, if you may have seen, so it is what it is. So, yeah. Shout out to MEXC Global, my favorite exchange in the house. Link in the description below. Also, I'll throw the link here for your convenience if you want to jump on in. If you want to join the trading group too, which I highly suggest you do. Today, we did a private screen share. In that screen share, we made a gain together. We went over the trade. I even gave a live trade today on my live stream, which is insane. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. But this live stream is one of the few live streams that continuously shows people that just showing up to the live stream alone could help you understand the education that you need to gain knowledge, to gain money in this market, right? We're not going to tell you we're going to give you the money, but you're going to figure out how to get that money, right? Of course, HIFI is going to dump now. I mean, we're going to talk about how a parabola breaks and what happens. So let's talk about this morning. I gave you HIFI, and you could see what it was about to do, right? And so here I am showing it to you on the live stream, and it made one more huge push to the upside. Amazingly, did hit that target basically to the upside. It was an absolute bomber. It was one of the only things that I talked about. We longed it for 21% there from the screen share, 39% eventually all the way, right? And then we were done. Then I showed a reversal diamond. This thing was likely to drop to the downside, right? Like you're going to see this, maybe it falls out, maybe it dumps, but it looked like a diamond to me that was going to take a toll. And lo and behold, like what, an hour, like 20 minutes later. So when I posted this, it was, and now I'm explaining to some of the beginners, like now it's time, reversal diamond, it's time. It's going to start reversing to the downside, 12.27. And then you take a look here, and at 1:15, which was less than an hour later, 45 minutes and 48 minutes, right? And you're taking a massive dump to the downside, right? So shout out to the 5 gifted memberships. God bless you, man. That's Plumber coming on in there, man. Plumber, you're the man, dude. God bless you, Plumber. Never ceases to amaze me, the love and the kindness from the trading group that I get. These are resilient people that know God is going to bless them with more, that never really feel fear, and they give more than they have fear. They have so much love in their hearts. They just know more love is coming to them. And it's just an amazing thing to see people just to be around those type of resilient people. And those are the people I want to be around. And those are the true Americans, in my humble opinion, the people that really can push themselves to the limit. People that care about others more than themselves and know that through that, all else will be taken care of in their life through their belief in God too and helping, So yeah, Casper looking bearish to me here on the 12-hour time frame. 1 hour wants to make a move here, but to me, it just lost the key level there at 4.8, and it's likely to drop further to the downside. I see this as a kind of a double top, and it almost has an Adam and Eve vibe to it, And we'll probably come somewhere here to the 200, then we'll figure out where we go from there. But I see a move for Casper to the downside based on bearish div, and I could be wrong. It could bounce up here and consolidate and make a massive move to the upside, and I could miss out on the biggest move of my life. It's very close to price disco. Let's see what the 1 hour does. If the 1 hour breaks here in the smaller time frames, bearish retest, you'd remain short or open as short. If it stays up in here and goes sideways, it could entice me to either continue to watch it or wait, Put a big order in at 2 cents, decent support, and I want it. Lots of selling pressure for ASIC distribution. That's what I believe too is going to happen, But it also got a big pump after ASIC distribution. So you tell me, where did that pump come from? To me, it should have retraced more. And so it negated the TA, and that when the TA is negated, it means there's just like a serious demand. right? Like bread will follow, like let's just say you're trading bread and corn together. Let's just say, right? And for 5 years you're trading them and they fall, you know, but then there's a hurricane that wipes out all the corn or something. And you'll see the chart will be irregular, you know, might break past the key area of support that it held for a long time. You're like, well, that was you know, we were in it, you know. So the charts will show you what's happening, but when you break the norm, it's also usually because there's something big happening in the world. So moving forward with the stereo, man. 2.4 cents. So I sold it right below there. It's actually back to my sell point, right? So semi, not so smooth. Let's take a look here on the spot. If I were to buy it all back right now, how much did I sell? I sold 34,674. So 836 at these prices. I sold right below these prices, 23,767,766. So this thing's showing resiliency. Let's take a look at Joy. I like to go over, you know, these live streams are for me as much as they are for you, so I can get a handle of what's happening in my world and whether I'm making great sells or buys or what, you know. And I see how this is looping. That's a kind of a bullish sign I've seen, but at the same time, you're away from that 21. You'd want to see that move back down there. Do you come down and retest this key area at 2.7? 1 hour is very oversold and, you know, doing what looks like a retest of this trend line. It's interesting. Unless we open this up and we just say it's like in the middle. But we could do this. I mean, look at that. Must want to just bring, yeah, there we go. So bound resistance, broke out, and now it's tempting to retest this trend line for a move up. That 1 hour could get you a blast up. Kind of watching Bitcoin in a way too, right? Bitcoin slumps. So what you're watching for is does it break back in here? It'll likely break back down. But if it gets a move on, I mean, if it can retest this area, it's gone. That thing could be a huge move. So, interesting. JOYSTREAM, and I got in at 1 penny. Remember early back, or 1.5 pennies, something like that. I doubled the money, so and when I went to 2.5, so I got in at 1 and 2.5s probably, you know, and I doubled up somewhere around 2.7. Oh, hold on, make sure, yeah, hold on, let me make sure I'm not, stop doing that. Let me close that. That's all getting put on the hardware wall tonight, you know. Let's see. No, 23766. Yeah, 23766. So when I must have sold somewhere in here. Right in here, I guess, too. And then it spiked up, came back. Huh. And the 4 hours also oversold. They both look like you could get a pump, honestly. But you kind of have shoulder, head, shoulder. You had a bit of bearish div here in a way. Fighting itself. I can't, you know. It's a new coin, so it's kind of more like you buy it and you hold it and you walk away. Probably shouldn't be swing trading it. But whoever got in early bird style, too, is loving it right now. This thing is just on an absolute tear. Eventually, it's going to have to get some type of pullback. The bigger time frames look very, very overbought. And are telling me to watch out, right? Like the daily says, hey, I'm coming back down to this 200. It may pump up and down in this area for a while, but it looks like to me, eventually you're going to get a move down. So if I delete everything and just clear out, and that's why I like to just look at the daily clean, it tells me that price action's coming back down to this 21. What we can do is we can go look for this exact scenario in a few other places and see, you know, kind of what happened. Like we can even look at the last big pump that this coin had, right? And the same scenario is very similar to this, like just too far away from that 21, right? Now the other time frames could have looked super bullish on us. You never know. Like we could keep watching them. Could have made us think they were going to break out. Like you might be like, oh, I'm going to miss this huge breakout. Like it's going to continue, right? But the daily really was telling you, no, you're going to come back to that 21-day moving average. So you always like you know, now once you hit it, you did bounce, right? But the key is the 21 is really the key. And so once you get really far away from that 21, you're likely coming back, you know, just something that's going to happen. All right. 31K may be too ambiguous. Boom, boom, boom. Let's hope so. Okay, KuCoin shows heavy buy pressure on Casper, but I'm a rookie. GFBerg, did anyone get your 1 month for 99 gift? They're just now receiving their 50K miners. It's going to take a while before they ROI. I see that video with the birds. That was crazy. It was weird, right? It was funny, though. I don't know what was going on there. Shout out to BioMex, TexMex in the house. Shout out to Digital Orgy, Jason Slater, Timothy313, Mark Dutch, and Stas in the house. Chief, in due time. I better try to hort 5. My order keeps getting canceled on MEXC. That's weird. Let's take a look at HIFI on MEXC. Now, I've noticed perpetual futures and MEXC itself are both kind of wacky. Just be careful. But to me, it is time. You're very overbought. Tweezer tops now on the daily time frame. This candle, you could wait for this candle to close tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and then, you know, take your fancy. But yeah, I mean, you got very overbought on big time frames from the 22 all the way to the 3-day. Tell me, you're coming and you're going to come back down to this 21. These are simple things. Price action will have to come back down to the 21-day moving average. All right. Let's show you a coin that did this back in like December. DMTR, right? Dimitra on KuCoin. Let's just go back in time for you and just show you kind of, you know, coins that went on a tear. And we'll look at them on the daily, right? This is a good thing to do so you can kind of get a sense of what's happening. Give me a moment here while we really get into brass tacks. Okay, I guess we'll use this, yeah. I mean, this was the most amazing pump, too, back just like, it was amazing. Anyway, we'll delete all this. So Dimitra took a huge move, right? And when it, like, finally went into that, like, parabolic state, all right, we can go back in time here. You're sitting at something like this. Now, that, to me, looks just like HIFI. Okay, on the daily. Like, let's like, and we could mimic, you know, and I've seen this game before so many times in my life that it just becomes, you know, so there it is there. We could open it up. There's HIFI, and you can open it up. And you can see how clearly these things look so similar, right? Sorry. I clicked something funny. It freaked me out, though. So clearly, you can see that this is so similar ideas here. You finally get the tweezer top. Now, if we get the push up, but you wait for that daily to close. Daily closes, and then you know you're coming back down to that 21-day moving average. Now, you don't know exactly how or when price will kiss it, but you know you're going to have to come touch. And so it's the same story here with HIFI Finance, you know. And so let's play out Dimitra and watch kind of what happened here. And I can show you this over and over again. Now, there'll be some ups and downs on that rocky road, but eventually you will be coming down to the 21. And if you cross the 21, you will drop even further down, you know, and eventually you'll want to come and touch the 200 SMA. That's just kind of what happens, or get very close to it, like there. Right there, we did touch it, see? Now, if you break it, you'll go even lower. That's the key. If you bounce from it, so once you see a couple candles close below a 200 on a daily, you're now bearish, right? You see a couple candles close above, you're bullish. These concepts will really teach you a lot and will change the way you look at the markets forever. All right. Anyway, so HIFI looks like a beautiful short to me. Don't use too much leverage. I would build it with small amounts of leverage and small, otherwise we'll get kicked out, you know. And build the position without greed, and there's definitely some money to be made shorting HIFI back to these key areas of support at 159. Now remember, go look at this. If you look at the perpetual is also moving differently than the rest of, than the spot market. I was noticing that. So if you look at perpetual, I mean, you're already back at 149, and the short's even getting, you know, it's going further down. If you want to jump in on a short on a perpetual, you want to be using small time frames to find out, like, if you're catching a flag or what's happening, you know. These were rising wedges too that broke to the downside. Almost had a bearish retest there and you drop down, like the bearish retest, the old story. So anyway, and then you continue to the downside, right? Look at the 15 further down. And honestly, almost this is such a nice dump for HIFI. You almost have to go to a really small time frame. You're finally getting a divergence on the 32nd. I mean, you're going to get those eventually. Could start to be like you get them, then you get a stronger one. Could be the spot to take some profit on the night. But overall, I'd look for the bigger time frames really to clean up. Like a bear flag on the 1 hour would be nice, and continue that move back. But look, the 1 hour is likely to dump to the 200, and the dailies like to dump to the 21 SMA. So, if you're wanting to get into, you're hearing me say right now that if this isn't lower in the next 5 days, then I'd be it's so highly unlikely that it's almost like a 95% chance that you're going to be dropping to the downside here. Just like when we went over to what coin was it that we talked about here? AKRO. We said like AKRO is going to fall to the downside here, right? And we knew it, and we talked about it, and I even put out a little thing, and I was like, and here we go. Let's go to the 3-day chart and let's talk about it. And here it is. Look, remind the watchers on 9/3, I said we would hit the 21 SMA on the 3-day chart, right? And I said this on the 3rd of September. It is now the 16th of September. That short would have paid you. Now, it would have taken so much patience. It takes 2 weeks to make real money in this market. But everyone wants fast money. We gave the exact entry that stayed money from here and continued down, like from the short there and never got revisited. I jumped out of the short, but look, it did exactly like I said it was going to do. And I left this here so I could remind everyone. Remember the day when I said on 9/3 that would hit, and you can see where we were here on September 3rd. It's pretty crazy. If we go to the daily, it was right here. There was the 3rd right here. This one right here, this candle here. What a move from there to here. And look, the daily wants to come down to the 200 SMA. Understanding these concepts is so amazing. The 4 hour would break the 200, which let you know that there was more downside coming. And the 4 hour, when it started, had to come back to the 200 SMA. I'm giving away gold, baby gold. Bitcoin getting a huge pump to the upside. No, 470. Oh, no. I thought I saw 6-7. No. Bitcoin actually slumping below and getting the drop. So let's take a look here. Again, I'm showing you exactly kind of what I'm looking for Bitcoin, and that because this is a descending triangle, I have to say there's more likelihood of a down movement to the downside. Just it is what it is. And we seem to keep kind of breaking this level too. We can keep, when you notice yourself keep opening and opening, like this really was it. And we just keep losing the levels to the downside. Again, there's a chance we bounce back on the smaller time frames, see what they'll give you, but we're looking for a further drop. At one point, we're looking for a further drop, them to come back up, and then that's going to be the retest down. More bearish to bullish. We did find ourselves a descending triangle, which suggests that Bitcoin's going down to 26,100. All right. Let's load up BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP says. BOOKMAP also suggests 26. Well, look right there. Isn't that crazy how every time I have a measured move, look, 26,100 right there. And it's the closest order of liquidity to the downside. So I would be careful for Bitcoin right now. Almost no likely. We could wait for like more of a Monday idea, see where the bottom is on Monday after volatility. We also have the Fed meeting on Wednesday, which is coming in 4 days on the 20th, right? So that's going to throw in a big wrench, in my opinion, into what's happening. All right. And, so I would definitely be careful there. And this definitely looks like we're going to take a move to the downside. But only time will tell. If we flush back into this and we stay here, then we're just going sideways. Where do I see us tomorrow night or tomorrow morning when I do my update? I believe it's likely we just kind of somewhere here just still waiting for that sideways price action because we don't get the volume for the move, you know. But I would be very careful, and I would definitely, you know, have my eyes on this descending triangle here on the 1 hour 15. You can see it on multiple time frames. And I spotted it. I'm telling you, these things break down really fast. And the measured move would take you to 26,100. We also see a liquidity bar exactly there. Is that a coincidence? Usually there's no such thing as a coincidence. So to me, it tells me, I mean, that's right. That's really uncanny, right? That red bar is right there. So I've given you Bitcoin in a nutshell. You can kind of take that where you want it. And that's all the information that like I can give you for Bitcoin tonight on a Saturday night, right? I've been trying to short. Stop trying and just get it done, baby. All right. This training, I can't find a trend. We pamp now, sir. I hope they pamp so I can short it. I see an inverse head and shoulder on Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. Well, we've been talking about this structure here, right? If you want to be like a little nice about it. Yeah, I was going to go to like a different chart just to be nice of it. Like let's go to the BTC Bybit spot. Like here we are coming to play again with the 200 SMA. Last night we were about to break it. We didn't. All day we slowly climbed away, only to give back all the gains of the day in the last 4 hours. So this is really what we're watching here on the 4 hour time frame. And there's the descending triangle there that we saw. And it's starting to break down. Starting to break down hard, you know. So I would watch this closely. This could dump really hard on our face. Seems to me like it already is. So, and the 4 hours in a symmetrical triangle. The second we break below the 200 SMA, we're going further down. Remember that. If we stay above it, there's a chance we could stay above it, right? I'd like to stay above it and stay above 26.6 for my next long. So I'd rather wait to long, even really here, 26.7. Boom. We open longs above that area. Until then, I mean, we're bearish, right? Because you got a high, you got a low, you got lower high. You can't seem to get above these key areas. So this is kind of where I stand here. And Bitcoin dropping, right? As we as we showed you this. Let's zoom in here and see. I mean, descending triangles break to the downside. Got a little bit of a bounce already, right? Or no? No, it's getting flushed. These things, when they break down, they just go straight down. I closed my long because of this. Yeah, I would be in a short. Yes, technically. Yes, the probability is short now, for sure. You've now breached the trend line of a descending triangle. You know, it's very likely gonna the safe move is to wait for the bearish retest. You may not ever get it. The aggressive move is to start to ride it down or look for some type of flag on the 32nd. Like this was a bear flag here that someone could have played, right? And it's dropping. It even has a measured move further down. So bear city for Bitcoin. It breaks key levels. Look for it to probably test somewhere down here, 26.3. And BOOKMAP says 26.1 is where we're going. And don't mess with BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP usually gets what it wants. Look, 420, we're on the way down hard. And we called this short for you. We showed you a descending triangle. It's funny how Bitcoin seems to move like right when I'm online. Like I get a little sideways for days and I show up and I'm like, It's like, what do I just go right at when all the markets move? Tonight, ECTA, everything is shortable. Dumping, done, good night. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that, Nick. You want to come do the live tomorrow? Dump everything. Have a good night, mate. No, but if you dump too late, too, with low liquidity, it can reverse slightly and then just chop you up. So just be careful, too. If you don't know what you're doing, stay out of the market. All right? A little bit at a time, everyone. A little bit at a time. Shout out to the 99 crew, everyone out there today, banging on them. Almost 105 minutes. Let's go. Perp. Is Perp back in the mix again? So isn't that amazing how AKRO did go exactly where I said it would go? Who thinks this is cool, this strategy that I figured out? That I can go publicly 2 weeks ago and tell you that price action will do something, and then it does that. Like, that's just amazing, you know? You sold Kaz right again. I know. I got like blessed on that one. Blessed on that one. Let's take a look at the render futures, like my man asked about. Getting cooked in the bigger time frames, 12 hour and all that. May want to pump up to the 200. That may give you a move. 4 hours interesting. Above the 200 SMA. It's kind of similar to like what Bitcoin's doing though. Like it's just kind of, all these coins will dump if Bitcoin dumps. It's just such a simple idea. Look, you're in a rising wedge here. Rising wedges break up parabolically or they break down 68% of the time. More likely you're breaking to the downside, right? You're in a rising wedge. Look at your 1 hour time frame. Overbought pushing to the downside as well. That wants to dump down to here. And look, you're below. You're going to come to the 200 SMA. Look for render to dump with Bitcoin. I'd see render back down to 150. You know. I'm tired. Shorting is exhausting. Money is weighing me down. I know, right? I took a dump. Bitcoin taking a dump. Let's go. Funny. I did too. Right before the show, it felt amazing. I was just like, wow, you know. So wrong, but so right, you know. Red Sox at the Blue Jays, and we lost again. Yay. What do you know? And the Blue Jays look like something happened to them, like they're going to the playoffs. I don't know if we are. Crazy news just in. This dude was arrested attempting to impersonate one of Robert F. Kennedy's secret security detail. He's wearing a fake FBI badge and a U.S. Marshal neck badge, armed to the teeth with extra mags as well. Where did he come from? Why did he do this? What was his motive? Right? And he almost looks somewhat believable here, right? These are all fake items just creeping around, right? So insane. Shorting isn't difficult mentally if you do this. Look, flip the chart upside down. Right? That's a symmetrical triangle. It could break up or down. Once it breaks up, breaks down, right? Shorting, like, as long as you, like, if you can flip the charts upside down, it can help you. And if you just know the shapes, like, that shape breaks down. Like, just like if it was an ascending triangle the other way, it would break for, it's more likely kind of to break up. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look at that. You can see an inverted head and shoulder there. Look at this. This is funny. Things you see that you may not have seen before. There's your neckline of the head and shoulder pattern that breaks to the downside. Look, there it is right there. Head and shoulder to the downside. Simple. So if you can trade it long, you can trade it short. I don't know why. It shouldn't be any different to you. All right. Tara getting a pump to the upside here tonight. Still moving since the call. Getting a nice pump there. Tara. I like what Tara's looking like on the bigger time frames. 2-day and the 3-day are just getting ready for a massively bigger move. It's already retraced to some key levels, broke out, and then made another little flag here. So we've been watching this flag for Tara. Bit of a cup and handle. So far it's up, what, like, now 2%, nothing crazy. Nothing to write home about, as my dad used to say. My parents always talked in riddles and stuff like that. That's how you grow up in Boston, right? Sam is the best. Sam is the best. I've seen them all. I appreciate you saying that, Paul Wood, man. It is, you know, an amazing observation by you. How do I join the YouTube group? You could just become a member if you want, you know, but join the Discord too, man. We love to have you. Link in the description below. All right. And I also I will pin all the good stuff here. If you want to join the trading group, jump on in. If you want to join MEXC, jump on in, where we make all of our trades. Shout out to someone who just jumped on in. Thank you for being here. I see you in the trading group. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to do everything we can to keep you educated, keep you looking at what's happening in the markets, and just kind of keep you going. We give you a lot of information that you're going to get every week. You're going to get accustomed to getting it. You're going to love it. You're never going to want to join to leave, because we're just going to give you so much love all the time. So just remember that and stay with us, baby. We're going to work harder. That $3 is going to work so hard all the time. I'm telling you right now. So I can't wait to see new people. Every time someone new joins the group and tells me their experience, I read more testimonials and the group grows. So, hey, jump on in today and help the movement. And then you help the newcomer who's lost. You become the person that's found, and then you remember exactly what it was like. And you, just like I did, and it becomes like this. The group itself becomes its own ecosystem of helping others. It's like a circle. It's amazing. All right. Good luck getting into a long while dropping. Makes you feel like the doors are closed. You're funny. Shout out to Crypto Lifer is the most elegant Crypto Lifer hand-pick wave crushing the entertainment. Hand-pink. Just get the best trading view package. It will do all the Lifer TA for you. It draws all the patterns on all the time frames on any asset. Thank you. Stairs up, elevator down. There goes Casper. When I hear that, I'm like, which way though? Like, yeah, to the downside. The M pattern breaking down, right? Yeah, it lost to 21 and it's coming to the 200. Boom. 39, baby. I would have lost a good amount of money by now. I wouldn't have been happy, dude. So I scalped my way in and out for about 470 overnight too. It was kind of nice. So cup and handle to the upside. And that's you're making $470 on a Friday night. You know what I mean? If you told me that back in the day, I would have been like, no way. As Bitcoin sits at 470. Amazing, right? Something about that 4.7. So Tara, you want an update for Tara? I mean, it's overbought on the 1 hour time frame. Getting a little away from the 21-day moving average. Tweets are topping up here. Look at your 15. Similar idea here. Kind of, you know, it has to break back above this area. There's a red line here, a point of control. It's got a cup. It's bullish so far. I mean, let's see. It broke out of this. This was your flag. Says that you go higher to the measured move at 0.5. 1 minute looks like you could pump for you, but small time frames are tough, right? Pumping nice right now as we speak. Looks like it could continue to pump, honestly. Hard to say. I'm not getting a good reading on the really small time frames. I'd say we'll get up to the 200 SMA right now. Highly likely. And then that would be a good place to either, you know, take some profits or move the stop loss into profit and see if you can get more out of the trade or not. If it gets above this, it's going to go even higher. But it looks like it's going to go up a little more. But again, who knows? I'm not a financial advisor. And nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. That dump was a fake out. You never know. It could have been. We'll take a look back at Bitcoin. It is very oversold. Could just be making good prices to get into trades, which Bitcoin likes to do. They like to dump Bitcoin, you know. I will tell you, though, like it felt, in my mind, we lost the trend, you know. I'll try to be hard on myself one last time here. But look at that head and shoulder to the downside. What a beautiful move, right? Actually, I would take that out. But like I said before, you could likely just be going for the bearish retest. You know, which I would assume now you're coming back up. You could even say, look, you're still in the descending triangle. Like, you didn't really leave it yet. And these actually eventually turn into falling wedges. Is it a falling wedge now? It's very strange, right? But we could be making the higher low to the upside. We're getting very oversold on the 15. Key is, as long as the 4 hour stays, I know I keep saying this, above the 200 SMA, we could get a move to the upside. I'd like to get back above 26.6, really. Right? But look, we almost did it, and we bounced right back up again. And then, right, if I delete all this, and we just play the 4 hour and the 4 hour alone, it's all about the 4 hours staying inside this pattern and above the 200 SMA. And we could still get a massive short squeeze to the upside. The 4 hour looks like it's going to get a massive short squeeze to the upside. Can we hold on is the question. Can we hold on is the question, you know? 1 hour overbought, attempting to bounce. Tweezer bottoms on the 15. Nice buy pressure there. And the 7, they all say they want to bounce back inside. But see how the pattern makes really no sense unless you're on the 4 hour time frame. Gets a little shuffled. As long as we stay above the yellow line, we will not, you know, I stay bullish. The second we flip below it, lower. However, now I'm going to wait too long until we break out and retest this level here. 25.6. Can't get to above 25.6. Expect more downside, right? Super chats, War 3 Love. Why does someone keep giving me this one and I tell them I don't know what it is? That can get kind of annoying. I shouldn't say annoying. I love everyone on the channel, but it can get like taxing on my brain. I'm like, I don't know what War 3 is. You guys like explain more what it is, maybe. War 3 for ETH. He said love / War 3. War 3 love. See this? War 3 love liquidity right here. I mean, this thing got rug pulled. Look, it's all the way down at the bottom. I don't want to talk about it again. All right? Thank you. I'm not talking about it again. Please don't, like, it looks like garbage. Please don't do this to me. Thank you. NODL. Noodle. Wow, that looks interesting. Looks like I might have gone out over here and I had an alert here. The thing actually mooned to the upside like you wouldn't believe. Low liquidity, it's very thin on the order book, right? But this thing could do numbers right now. The 1 hour looks interesting to me. And yeah, that looks like it could easily break out on low volume to the upside. Retest of that area would be key, 4.8 for a move up, and the target would take you to about 6.9, which would be a pretty good move for nodal. 60%, you know, something like that. Okay, let's take a look at, wow, HBAR. Wow, we have $58 in chat revenue. Let's take a look at HBAR here. HBAR spot. HBAR no I. I like HBAR no I, dude, over here. So we're watching HBAR in the symmetrical triangle. 1 hour about to break us to the downside. That says it will dump. That tells me to short it right now and dump it. So That says open and short right here. Stop loss right there. Do whatever makes you happy, but we'll put this here. We'll come back tomorrow morning and see what happens. But it tells you that you're likely going to win this short to the downside. That 1 hour wants to dump. Boom. And these tend to dump on you. So, again, you could see it go up and down. We could end up back in the pattern tonight. This looks like it's going to dump somewhere down to the 200 SMA. You know, but we'll see a target down to 4.9. So HBAR looks to me like it's going to take a local dump. We'll see what happens after that tomorrow morning. SXP. You guys got me going hard at 9:30 on a Saturday night. Solar. Dumpage. Broke the 200. It's going down to the 20. It broke the 21. It's going down to the 200. It's too far away from the 21 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. Short it. Simple stuff. Draw yourself a fib. That's coming back down somewhere to these golden pockets. They'll probably get a bounce somewhere up in here, and then the next time the Stokes come back up, you take that whatever makes you happy. But you know, same scenario as HIFI and all that other stuff. Simple stuff, man. Simple stuff. That's going down. Let's take a look at Ben Coin on MEXC. Last time we looked at it, it was in a semi, cup and handy to the upside, like it could bounce up. And honestly, it's still inside of that handle. Looking for a bigger move to the upside here. You know, almost all the way up to about, 44. So it's still low, high, making a higher low. And a double bottom there too, with pushing to the upside on the 4-hour. A little bit of a mini cup and handle here. You know, you look for Ben to kind of break back above 2.4 and 2.439 and retest it. And you're also in a gap here. You got back above. You know, you could come back up to this area. So Ben still in the cup and handle, hasn't changed. BLZ on MEXC. BLZ was bullish. We made this little thing, and it did break out, like I was talking about. Came back down, retested. Still bullish now, and the 4-hour wants to continue to the upside. This thing is just kind of doing something crazy. And a lot of these coins have been made these like mini little parabolas recently in the last couple days. So you'd be looking for this thing to go to make the parabola. Really, it's like starting a parabola right here. That was weird. Oh, my hand just slipped on like, okay. I was like, what the heck? It just went up and so that's a mini parabola. The 4-hour suggests it can continue to pump. Look at your 22 and your daily. The fact that, see, the daily says you're cooked and you have to come back down to the 21. Right? The 4-hour. So right now it says you can get the 4-hour on a scalp. So a little scalp back to the top of the channel likely. Right? Boom. Boom. And get resistance at 16 cents. That looks like something that could happen, right? 9.78%. So it looks like there's a scalp coming on the 4-hour. After that, you could double top and take a nasty dump to the downside. So I'd play it one day at a time on the 4-hour time frame. All right. Let's take a look at DMTR. It's been a long time. That's on KuCoin. You got an inverted head and shoulder on the 4. You want to look for this to pump. Again, looks a lot like Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can't break out and dumps, this will dump. But that looks like it wants to take that pump back up to the 200 SMA. This thing's all the way back to a penny again after that huge pump. So insane, right? And it pumps in a bear market. Like, who would have thought it would, like, why? I mean, we got blessed this December and, in January with some love that made it fun to trade for a while. You got a bullish div here too on the daily. Is this swing up while that swings down? It tells me we could get a breakout here. So watch it closely. Major resistance right there at 2 cents too. All right. Everyone, I got to jump out of here. I hear my family leaving and I want to say goodbye. So I got to run. I'll finish these super chats tomorrow. I apologize. I think I did go over Rune already. And MLR would be the last one, and Flow. Hold on.